Fix what I couldn't see. Eating clean, playing my part. Still something breaking inside my heart. I was doing everything right, and everything kept getting worse. Following every line they drew, still ended up in reverse. Five pills lined up on the sink, one telling me what to think. Said give it time, you'll be okay. But I kept drifting further away. I was doing everything right, and everything kept getting worse. Gave them everything I had, still couldn't break that curse. Then one day I just let it go. Stopped chasing what I didn't know. Took one step, changed one thing, turned my back on everything. This is my why. North Dakota carnivore changed my life. Kept it simple, stripped it down, turned it all the way around. Lost the weight, cleared my mind, left that old road far behind. What I found was something true, did it myself, and so can you.
And happy Wednesday to everybody. For anybody that's doing a 72-hour fast, this would be where you would end the fast. And I think if Angie comes in, this is where she'll be ending her 120-hour fast should be tonight. So, or she ended just a little bit ago, which is an amazing accomplishment. I just got home. I did my Focus T25 workout, and Mr. Sean T kicked my, you know what, again. I'm just dead right now. But it was a very good day, very good morning anyway. Great afternoon. I woke up this morning. Well, let me write this comment real quick. My glucose was 73. Ketones were at 3.8, which is up from 3.1 last night, which I like to see. Generally, my ketones in the morning are at or just below what my evening ones were. So being at 3.8 this morning, really happy with that. My Dr. Boz ratio was 18 at 4 o'clock this morning. Then I get to work and I went to look at my CGM and it says, oops, your biosensor ended early. So I ended up having to call customer support. and I have a new one on its way. I only had 3 days left on this one. It's the one thing I can say that's good about the Lingo. Their customer service is awesome. If your biosensor ends early for whatever reason, they replace it. But it takes about a week to get here. Lunchtime, check my ketones and blood sugars. 74 for the blood sugars and 4.3 for my ketones. They're steadily going up. And then that's right about 4 o'clock, 3:54. My glucose is at 61. My glucose 61. Yeah, see, my mind is shot from that workout. My ketones are at 4.8. Dr. Boz ratio is 13. Doing fabulous. Just went over that 72-hour mark at 6 o'clock. Well, I'm not done yet. I'm going to 120 hours this time. So, and it appears that I may be buffering because, it's always good when people buffer. I was just watching Jerome before I came in here, and it's not just me. He was buffering too. I don't know what's going on. I think it's got to be something with YouTube because he's using different software than I am. He's on, I can't even think what it is. I've got it downloaded too because I've been looking at that one. It's Streamlabs. He's doing stuff on Streamlabs because he's asking for donations because YouTube demonetized him. So when he does his live on YouTube, he runs through Streamlabs, and it's been affecting him too. Metabolic changes 48 to 72 hours. Peak ketosis. Ketone levels are high and stable. Your body is fully burning fat for fuel. You could tell that by looking at my ketones and my lower glucose. Maximum autophagy. Cellular cleanup and recycling at their strongest. Damaged components are cleared, supporting repair and anti-aging process. Hormonal benefits. Growth hormone is elevated, helping preserve muscle and promote fat loss. Stem cell production and immune system regeneration may begin. Energy efficiency. The brain and the body run very well on ketones, often leading to stable or improved function. Expected symptoms and experiences. Long-term carnivore dieters frequently report this window as surprisingly pleasant. Hunger, usually minimal or absent. Appetite hormones calm down significantly as deep ketosis takes over. Energy, often stable or even elevated for adapted people. Some feel tired, but good tired, while others describe steady vitality. Mental clarity, many experience heightened focus, euphoria, or profound calm, sometimes called a fasting high. Other effects reduce inflammation, less joint pain, bloating, and general discomfort. Deeper sense of rest and recovery. Possible mild fatigue or cooler body temperature, normal and extended fasting. Continued weight loss, now mostly fat after initial water glycogen drop. Overall, for adapted individual, this phase tends to feel the best. The hardest parts are usually behind you, and the regenerative benefits become noticeable. Management for tips for 48 to 72 hours. During this time, these electrolytes are still essential. Keep sodium, potassium, and magnesium intake consistent. Continue drinking water. Add electrolytes as needed. Keep activity very light, gentle walking or rest. Avoid intense workouts like Focus T25 total body circuit that just kicked my breaking the fast. If you plan on breaking the fast today, plan a gentle refeed. Start with bone broth, small amounts of meat or eggs to avoid digestive upset. If you can't do eggs, do some bone broth, then do some ground beef. It works. Positive notes. This final stretch delivers the strongest autophagy, potential immune reset, and metabolic benefits. Many long-term carnivore practitioners describe it as energizing and mentally rewarding, with a sense of accomplishment upon completion. Important. Experiences vary based on your health, body fat, sleep, and stress levels. This is general information, not medical advice. Extended fasting can involve risks. Example, electrolyte imbalance. So consult a doctor, especially if you have any medical conditions. So that goes through all that. I am going to be continue on with this fast. So I'm going to continue on with it. I'm going to 120 hours. So I'll be breaking this on Friday night. So anybody wants to continue on with this here with me, feel free to. I'll be doing this Thursday and Friday night also. And let me pop this back up for Brian. Hey, there you go. All right. Lacey? What? Who are you talking to? I'm not Adam. Just kidding. How you doing, Brian? Amy, good evening. It's nice that you're home. And if you're listening, that's fine. Yeah, there you go. Amy says, Brian, I can't wait to tell you what happened with sardine shopping. All right, Amy, you're going to have to tell all of us now. Carnivore Ron, good evening. It's amazing to see you here tonight. You had a great video out today. Where was that yesterday? It's all blending together right now. But your results are outstanding. I really like watching when you give your updates. We have Jeff in the house. Good evening, Jeff. Today would be your feasting day, correct? As it is, what, today's a odd day, so you're eating on the odd days and fasting on the even days. That works. It's actually what I'm going to be running into here soon. And Lynn's in the house. Good evening, Lynn. How are you tonight? Everybody's talking, saying hi. Werewolf, how are you today? It's great to see you here. I just can't imagine how much work you do when you're doing those workouts at 2 o'clock in the morning. That's just crazy to me. But then again, you know, when I worked in the oil field and I worked 12 and a half hour days, got back to my camp, I ate, went to bed, I'd get up at 3 o'clock and do my workouts. So I can't imagine it, I guess. Angie says hi to me and everybody in the chat. You did it. Holy crap. Never thought I could do something like not eat anything for 5 days, 120 hours. Ended my timer at 120.3. Had to heat up my beef bone broth. That is awesome, Angie. Way to go. Good job. Very proud of you. I wish you could. You're not on the autophagy with Drome, right? He actually started his live stream at 6 tonight instead of 7:30. So I posted on his spreadsheet, and I popped in there and told him I was probably wasn't going to be in tonight. If I was, it'd be late. Everybody saying good job to Angie. Very proud of her. You did it. Well done. Absolutely. Isabel, hello. How are you doing? It's nice to see you in here tonight. Angie says that's all I had because it's too late for me to eat solids. Absolutely. And you're extremely welcome, and I appreciate that. It's nice to have somebody else doing the same type of fasting. It's really good. Lynn says she's been watching my workouts, and you're impressed. The part that I'm impressed about in my workouts are Monday, Tuesday, and Wednesday. I'm fasting while doing them. And I'm making it through. Yeah, it's kicking my butt. My muscles are, I'm going to almost a muscle failure at times, and you'll see me stop because I have to, because I can't do anymore. Today I'm doing the floor work, doing the plank walk, stuff like that. My shoulder started bothering me. I had surgery on my shoulder back in 2001, and it's never healed properly. It still bothers me at times, and today was one of those days where it started bothering me, and it's the muscle that goes up into my neck. It just hasn't been right since my surgery, but I appreciate that. I do enjoy doing those workouts. I feel great when I finish them. By saying hello, Amanda. Good evening. It's nice to see you in here tonight. Oh, one of those days. Great numbers. I was actually really surprised to see them like that today. I sat and had a conversation this afternoon with a couple of people. One of them I usually have a Friday afternoon chat with, and we'll sit and we'll talk about the carnivore diet or keto diets and fasting and the health benefits and all this stuff. Uh, One of my new guys was asking me about it because the first time when I interviewed him, I was still a little heavier, and I've changed a lot since then. And he's asked me what I've done. He's got some inflammation going on, and so we talked. And then the other guy came in, and we talked for, man, it must have been an hour that we talked about it. It was a good lunch break. But I do like, and I've gotten to the point where I don't bring it up to a lot of people anymore. I let them bring it up to me, and when they bring it up, then I'll let them have it. Because nobody wants somebody that's really pushy. I see I'm still glitching a little bit here. Thomas, great to see you tonight. How are you doing? Now, are you still doing an alternate day fast or any type of fasting, Thomas? I know I've asked you, and for whatever reason, I have a hard time remembering. Everybody's still saying hi. Yeah, I noticed that my screens were freezing. I had my stream up here, and I actually turned it off, so I can't see it anymore. Angie says my numbers were fabulous. Her DBR was 37. That's the lowest so far. Blood glucose 78 and ketones at 2.1. The GKI of 2.0. That's actually really good for your first fast. It really is. Your body's still getting adjusted to doing this. So that is actually really good. Thomas says 24 hours into his fast. No, wait, 25. Awesome, Thomas. How long are you going in your fast? Are you doing like a 48 or a 72? I can't remember. But congratulations on hitting 25 hours. That's a great accomplishment. Brian is at 78 hours right now, going to go and see how I feel. DVR 37. Had a bad night. Sleep and stress will screw your stuff up. It really will. Wisecracker's in the house. Nice to see you, Wisecracker. And how are you doing? How are your sugars doing, Wisecracker? Everybody saying hello to Wisecracker. Angie saying, Brian, your bad day is my best day so far. Thank you for being so great. Owls, are you the only one here? Oh, you're on the other stream. Yeah. I have two streams going, Owl. One is the vertical stream that is done for phones, and there's another one that's for computers that most people are used to, and that's where everybody else is at. That's why I have the chat up on the screen so people can see when you're chatting too. Q cat. Yeah. No, there's more. You're just the only one on that one. Yeah, look at that. I also got a couple people on X. If they would only chime in, just say hi on X, because that way I know it's working. I've only had a couple people do that the whole time I've been streaming to X. So it's always good to hear from somebody on X saying that I am actually working on that. All right, Aaron, I ate bacon at a different time. I did it at 5 in the morning, so tomorrow's results should be Awesome. Wow. How much bacon did you eat at 5 a.m.? And did you cook it the night before? Or did you actually get up extra early to make it? I mean, your numbers weren't bad this morning. Amy says Costco must have known it. I was coming for sardines because they had cases of them 2 weeks ago. But when I went to go shop for them tonight, there were none. I had to pay premium on Amazon. Oh no, that sucks. And Esther, hello. Nice to see you in here tonight. Right, you started your 36-hour fast an hour ago. Yep. So that was actually the schedule that I've done most of my alternate day fasting on, is where I ate on I believe it's even days. I have to look at the banner. Let's see, alternative fasting. Feasting. I'll see, I was feasting on odd days and I fasted on the even days. Yep. So that is what I did. And I had great results doing that. In the last week of August, I'll be doing that again. I'll be fasting on the even days, feasting on the odd days because my anniversary is on an odd day. And I want to take my wife out for a nice dinner that day. So Angie says, no, I haven't signed up yet. Or probably in the near future. Yeah, you don't have to. It's nice that Jerome's doing that now where he can get the donation. So if he gets $5 on Sunday, he'll stream on Monday. If he gets $10 on Monday, he'll do it on Tuesday. So it's gonna go for a while. So we'll have maybe a week with him before he drops off again. And when he's doing that, he's not doing the regular OMAD ones that he does. He has OMAD and autophagy settings. The OMAD ones are Sunday, uh, Tuesday, and Thursday. His autophagy is a higher tier, and he does that privately on screen with them on Wednesdays. So, but it's $6 a month for the OMAD and 12 for the autophagy. But then you get to talk to the fasting coach one on one, not just in a chat, which is actually pretty cool. And I think that's helped me a lot with my fastings. I've been watching his stuff and doing his stuff for about a year now. Who started this sardine stuff? Doc Boz? Doc Berg? I'm going to start anchovies. No, just kidding. I don't know who actually started this. Um, Dr. Boz has been doing it for a while, but Jason Fung has also been doing it for a long time. And sardines are just a natural health food. And they're really good. They're delicious. And I'm really far behind in the chat. Ron says I walked a mile yesterday and today also. 84 degrees today while I was out. No problem with the heat. That's good. Amanda's saying hi. Getting the chance to do what you guys are doing has motivated me to help keep going. Well, that's awesome. Have you started your YouTube channel yet, Brian? I'm very curious to see when you do that. Werewolf says I've never gotten higher than a 1 on my ketones. Werewolf, a lot of that has to do with when you're eating and stuff like that. So, like Erin, she just did hers where she ate at 5 a.m. and she's basically going 24 hours and then testing her ketones. The earlier you eat, the longer of a window you have, it seems like you have better ketones. Even if you eat at night and you go 24 hours, your ketones seem to be better when you eat earlier and then test them in the morning. I am really far behind. Cosmic Gesture, Pink Floyd can keep the pudding and you'll have the steak. Right. You can't have the pudding if you don't eat your meat. I'll just eat the meat. You can have the pudding. It works for me, Jester. No, regular 24-hour fast, so 25-hour fast so far. Okay, Thomas. I'm going to remember that. And are you doing those daily? Amanda saying hi to Wisecracker. Jeff, 12,000 steps today and 15,000 yesterday. That's awesome. Rick, Twin Brook Acres, is in the house. Good evening. Nice to see you. Thomas says, not sure, aiming for at least 48-hour, but maybe longer. That's awesome. That's a good fast. And it's nice, knowing you're diabetic, it's nice to see that happening. I know you're watching your numbers, so you got to be careful because taking medication and fasting can have side effects to it. Even doing a intermittent fast, you still have to pay attention to it. Aaron, the carnivorous guy, good evening. How are you doing? That damn stuffed chocolate you made, man, that looked delicious. And it stuck together really good too. You were able to pull it right out of there. Rice Cracker says, when my blood sugar gets below 130, I get dizzy. The trick is to get it down there more often, and the longer it's down there, the more normal you start to feel. And then when you start going a little bit lower, you'll get into like the 120s and 110 before you start feeling dizzy. My wife had the same issue, and it's because your blood sugars have been high for so long, your body just is so used to it. Oh, all right, that's good to know. You're still healing it, and it does. It takes time. My first time I used my Keto Mojo. My I can't say the first time. My first time my ketones were pretty good because it was a little bit longer into my fasting. But using the CGM, my blood glucose didn't come down like it does now. I think that's why my CGM stopped working on me today. It was because the Stello, or not Stello, the Lingo, when you go below 55 for too long, it dies, shuts off. And I think that's what happened to my CGM today. So yeah, the more often you do these fasts, like the next time you do like a 72-hour fast, your blood glucose is going to come down, your ketones will tend to rise a little bit quicker. If you have a good fatty meal beforehand, it seems to work even better. I've been having my last meal, I have a fatty either ground beef or a steak, and right after that I eat some Kilt's ice cream. Just the heavy cream and egg, and then cinnamon or the cacao chocolate powder, and that's it. No sugar or anything like that. My blood sugar seems to go down right after I eat that. Ketones seem to do much better in my fast. Everybody's saying hi tonight. Aaron says, hi, Brian. Amy's not kidding. Editing a video on Chromebook sucks. I think editing videos sucks all the time. Aaron says my DBR was 47 this morning, which isn't bad. That's still in a good fat burning zone and almost into the metabolic healing zone. Wisecracker says I had toast and butter, get dizzy with some carbs. Not sure if it's my Ozempic or what. And it could be. Try cutting out the toast. Make a chaffle. Have a chaffle in butter. That way you're not getting that gluten. You're not getting the carbohydrates like you would. There'd still be maybe some carbohydrates from the cheese. Mix an egg in there, a little bit of carbohydrate from the egg. And like an egg has like half a carb in it. So it's not, wait, Donna Ray. Good evening. It's nice to see you, Donna Ray. Air fried the bacon, 10 thick cut slices. Wow. That sounds delicious right now. It really does. Dustin, good to see you in here this evening. How are you doing? Dustin said, last time I went to Costco, I did not see the sardines. Yeah, I'm planning on going this weekend. I had a tragedy in my house here last week. I'm actually very, very upset. I went out to my deep freeze in the garage to grab out a rib roast. And I opened up the freezer, grabbed the rib roast, put it on the counter, looked at it, and it was puffy. And I'm like, that's not normal. Went back out and went through my deep freeze. My deep freeze had lost power somewhere, and everything had thawed in my deep freeze. And whenever power went back on it, I don't know when it happened. Everything refroze. I lost about $800 worth of meat. Don't know when it happened. Very upset. A couple of chuck roasts were in there. I mean, really nice chuck roasts. Um, Big old pork belly. I finally got the meat slicer I wanted so I could do my pork belly I wanted to do. That just sucked. So now I got to go to Costco and get some meat. Carnivore Ron says, I got to go and spend time with the wife. Good evening, everyone. You have a great night, Ron, and tell the wife hi. Justin saying hi. Bill Cook's in the house. How you doing, Bill? Koi Hurricane? Do a dance? No. I said it yesterday. I don't dance. Uh, Wisecracker says I don't check my blood sugar every day. I eat low carb most days. You don't use the CGM? Bacon Runner says I haven't been around much today, and tomorrow won't be much better. It's good to see you. You're were you babysitting? I think that's what I heard you say on your video on your bacon cooking. Jeff says he's down a couple of pounds, right? And that's the alternate day fasting really seemed to work great for me, and that's what I'm working to get back to. But speaking of poundage, today is day 3 of my fast. Last week I ended at 209. I am at 209 again today. So I gained a pound last week. I didn't lose any this week, but I stayed the same. But I'm also doing workouts. I've done, today was day 13, or 13, day 11, day 12 today, and 13th workout, something like that. So it's working. It's coming down. I'm doing what I'm supposed to do. Holy cow. Everybody is just hanging out in here. Yeah. Sardines are just better tasty, more fatty than tuna. They are. And but I did find that other than sardines, I do like the mackerel. That is really good too. And you can get different flavors of the mackerel. And the seasoned brand and the King Oscar mackerel I do like. The oh, what am I thinking of? Salmon, canned salmon with eggs. That was really good. I am really surprised. Uncle Charlie's in the house. Says hello, Mister T25. All right, Donna's a beast. Yes, she is. She's kicking ass on her workouts. Brian says it's great anytime with you, Donna Ray. It's great. It is. Let's see. And she says, "Oh my goodness, I had so much energy this morning and all day. Really, I was baking sourdough for the family, making up bacon and chuck roast. My grown kiddos eat a sad diet. Oh, that's too bad. So I have to make dinners for them, right? I understand that." Everybody saying hi to Uncle Charlie. Retired Rick is in the house. Hello, Rick. Saying hello to me and friends. Wisecracker says I cannot eat sardine without a squirt of mustard. You can have mustard with sardines. You can have hot sauce with sardines. It's actually not a bad thing to have with them, especially if it helps you eat them and helps you get them down. Just don't overdo it. Yeah, Brian is nice. He's a great guy. Uncle Charlie says my blood sugar was high only because I had coffee. It was 92. All right, speaking of coffee, I've been 53 days without coffee now. And they made coffee at work. It smelled good. I poured that much into my coffee cup. I took a sip of it and I was like, this is freaking disgusting, and I threw it out. It just did not taste good to me. It could have been the brands. I don't know what brand he made this morning, but it was not good. Sardines suck. Mustard is mandatory. Come on, Bill. You eat enough of them, you get used to it. You really do. Uh, Uncle Charlie saying his blood sugar is usually 55 to 78. Yeah, that's good. All right. Wow. Everybody's just chatting away in here. Bottom round steak on sale tomorrow, 6.50 a pound. Not a great steak, nor a great sale, but brisket and burger gets old. Not as old as sardines. you know, that's one of the things I'm thinking about doing tomorrow or this weekend when I go to Costco. I haven't decided if I'm going to Costco or if I'm going to Sam's Club or which place I'm buying meat from. What sucks about Costco is I can't go on their site and look at what they have in the store that I'm going to. I can't see the price. I can't see it. Their site sucks for what they have in the store. Sam's Club, I can look at it and I can see what their brisket price is. I can see what their chuck roll price is. I'm going to buy a chuck roll and I'm going to get the chuck eyes. I'm going to get the Denver steak and the Sahara steak out of them. And then the rest, I'm going to grind into ground beef. And depending upon the price, I might get two of them and I might not get any steak. I might just go ground beef on this. And, the few steaks that we get out of it might be a better option. Let's see. No butter for me, just bacon and eggs. I toss the bacon oil. I like the bacon oil. But I don't drink coffee anymore, so I can't put it in my coffee. Wait until the next one? Oh, great. What are you making now, Aaron? Dustin says, I'm excited for the Avon, Indiana meetup August 8th. So many awesome people are coming. Man, I wish I could. We need to get one here. I'm actually looking. I won't say nothing. I wish we could get a meetup here. That'd be nice. The next chaffle will be a sandwich you only get in Buffalo for the most part. Ah, I think I have an idea what it's going to be. You use a scale? For what? Yeah, Lynn's excited for the meetup. I really wish we could get one going here. You can do them every 3 months? That would be great. Maybe 4. Maybe maybe I'll save up some money and my wife and I can drive down there and take a few-day vacation. Wisecracker says longest fast I did was 5 days, a couple years before I became diabetic. Wisecracker, try doing another one. Watch your blood sugars. It's one of the best things you can do for controlling your blood sugar. It's to not eat. A strict carnivore diet. Prior to insulin, a strict carnivore diet was the way that they treated it. You wish you lived closer to y'all. It would be you would go to that meetup. Maybe next year I'll drive there. That's what Angie's saying. Yeah. Aaron says that the next recipe is coming from what Dustin mentioned last night. Yeah. Think of all that bacon. Yeah. Losing all that meat sucked. It was not fun. And my wife and I, we can't figure out when it went down because it's plugged into a power strip, that surge protector type of thing. I don't ever remember it not being on. So I don't know when it went down. Bill says my car broke down coming back from Tennessee. Ooh, that's not good. Especially in Tennessee. Where were you in Tennessee? Hotel 2 days and $1,600 car repair. Man, that sucks. Sorry to hear about that. 9 grams of carbs per toast until I stop getting dizzy. I believe I'll take my chances. Don't want to go hypoglycemic. Don't want to fall down again. Yep. Not eating plates of carbs and candy at okay at free will anymore. No, that's good. But I would. You're not wearing a CGM. I would wear a CGM just to see where you're at more consistently, and then I would look at fasting as a way to help reduce it. Even 23-hour fast, 36-hour fast, that intermittent fasting is an amazing healing benefit to it. Same thing happened to Amy. Yep. You're deep freeze and you lost thousands of dollars of meat. It got unplugged by someone. I'm not going to mention any names, but now I'm in there every day. Yeah. And I couldn't tell you because I don't remember seeing that strip being turned off at all, ever. The light's always been on and we go in and out there quite often. I don't go in that deep freeze all the time, but yeah, that sucks. Wisecrack, I'm definitely pushing my low sugar boundaries. Dizzy earlier today. In time, I hope I can go zero carb. That's good. Have you checked your blood sugars, or not blood sugars? Blood pressure. Sorry, because that will cause dizziness also, and you could be mixing that up. Yeah. Am I freezing? No, my deep freeze went out. Lost power, and I lost a bunch of meat. Jonathan, good evening. It's nice to see you in here. Angie says I got them to stop eating fast food and buying garbage from the store, so that's a step closer to getting them to eat better. At least, yes, it really is. Eating your own home cooked meals is tremendously better. Wisecracker says, congratulations, Angie. Wife is having candy right beside me now, bowl of chocolate in the living room. I can finally stay away from it. That is a huge victory right there. And yes, Bill, it was freezing here too. Something with YouTube. Oh, I'm freezing like that. It's, yeah, it has to be something going on with YouTube. Bacon grease for my buttered coffee. Yep. Yeah, I lost the whole freezer of meat. Good thing it was only a small freezer and it's not a big one. Uncle Charlie says that's why I only eat OMAD because meat and eggs, bacon raise blood glucose, blood sugar. Eat once, raise blood sugar, and be done with it. That's a good way to look at it. And she says, thanks, Wisecracker. That's good. You're doing great. It's hard to stay strong when others are eating whatever else it is. You are doing good. Holy cow. Aaron, what did the doctor say about the CAC score? Wisecracker says, I'm looking at buying half a beef. It looks like roughly $6 a pound preliminary. Still. Yeah. And the part that sucks is the initial cost up front seems like it's going to be a lot, but it's actually a pretty good deal when you buy a whole or half a cow. Uncle Charlie says, my buddy was type 2 diabetic. I told him what to do. He no longer take long and short activation insulin 1 month off of meds. And that is amazing. And that's what happens when you do this. Not for everybody as quickly, but it does happen. I keep looking at my clock up here because I want to see what my blood sugars and my ketones are doing an hour after my workout ended because it's tough. So CGMs, the two most common ones are the Lingo and the Stello. I can tell you the Stello generally will cost a couple dollars more. The benefit of the Stello, it's closer to your blood sugar um, normally, and I have never had a Stello fail on me. My Lingo this morning, I still had like 3 or 4 days left on it. My Lingo on me this morning failed. The good thing about Lingo is their customer service is great and they'll send you a new one, but you go days without one. Uncle Charlie, I think we already read this one. Yeah. Now with type 2 diabetes. Yeah. Uncle Charlie, I've actually not heard back from the doctor since my stress test. Really? Third day water fast, not dry fast. I've only tried doing a dry fast once and it didn't work out well for me. Aaron says I am not a doctor, but looking at results from the stress test, it's all good. He liked my cholesterol levels, doesn't want me off my statin, but I want to talk to him about it. Yeah, I talk to him about it too because unless he can tell you a good reason why you should be on a statin, there is no reason for you to be on a statin. When only 1% or less than 1% of all people taking a statin get a benefit from it. I keep calling. They always say if they don't call, there are no concerns. The game last night, it was actually pretty good. Oh, the hardest thing to do last night when my company went to it, we purchased a meal plan that was on the third baseline, had the hamburger bar, hot dog bar, um, and all the fixings that go with it, the potato salad and stuff like that. This one was on the first base side. It was a different company, one of our vendors that we use. And that line had pulled pork, they had grilled chicken wings, they had brisket, they had hot dogs, they had burgers, they had tater tot hot dish. Our baseball team are the Hot Tots, so they have tater tot hot dish. They had watermelon, they had all the fixings and the pops and all that stuff. And then the uh, the wristband that you got had 5 tickets on it. That could be used for drinks, other than the free stuff there for like alcohol, candy, popcorn, stuff like that. It was a really good night. Our team ended up losing. Uh, they had the lead. They lost it in seventh inning, and they ended up losing by 1 point. The American Diabetes Society. That would be, oh, Dr. Baker. Um, yeah, Dr. Barry and Tony Hampton, all of them are doing that. So not the association, but the society. Check them out. It's a good place. It really is. So I'm actually gonna check my blood sugar real quick here. Ooh, you know, I don't care. Pricking your finger always hurts just a tiny bit. It really does. But while I do this, now is a good time to watch the hit that like button. So my blood sugar is an hour after my workout. 74. So I went from 61 at basically 4 o'clock. I came home and did my workout. Then I sat here for an hour after my workout to see what was going on. And then my ketones, we'll see what those are going to be. 4.4. So it's actually not bad. That's pretty good. I'm not upset with that. So that works out great. It's not a bad I'm on the wrong screen. Go figure. I want to look at this here real quick. 4.4, 74. So I can throw that in here. I just want to see what that would end up being. 74, 4. Gives me a PKI of 0.9 and a Dr. Boz ratio of 17. So that's not bad. You know, I can deal with that. That works for me. So, well, it's top of the hour. Um, it's time for me to head out. I'm going to see if Jerome is still on. I might jump on with his live stream. I'll be back tomorrow at 6:15 Central. Tomorrow, my workout is the lower focus, no, ab intervals. So I'll be on the floor doing my workout tomorrow. So much fun. But I'll be back tomorrow at this time. And I hope you all have a great night. We'll see you later.